I am here right now at your side. You know that invisible force that holds you when the world seems to fall apart? It's me holding you. Whoever walks with me is never unprotected, for my presence is a living wall around you. No matter the size of the fear, I am bigger. It doesn't matter how dark it gets, I am the light that never goes out. There are times in life when the burden you carry becomes almost unbearable, and it is in those moments when the enemy tries to infiltrate. He is clever and knows how to take advantage of the cracks in your mind, fears and doubts that arise in the silent nights. But I want you to know one thing. I am here, my beloved son, and I am watching you. You may not realize it, but there is a battle raging around you. It is not a war with swords or visible armor, but a fight for your soul, for your heart, for your future. The enemy tries to surround you with lies and puts obstacles in your path so that you stumble. Pay attention. He only has the power that you allow him. Trust me, my son, because when you do, something begins to change. I see your struggles. I see what you face in silence when no one else is looking. You think you're alone. The burden is yours alone, but it's not. I am always carrying a part of it for you, and I want you to give it all to me. I won't let you sink. You may think you're facing this alone, but I tell you, there is no battle you face without my protection. I do not leave mine at the mercy of the storms. I am with you on your good and bad days, in those moments when no one sees you cry, when your strength seems on the verge of collapse. But as long as you are with me, you will never be defenseless. I am your guarantee. I am your security in uncertain times. Whoever walks with me is certain that they will never fall into the wrong hands. Those who trust me have a promise. I will always protect them without fail, without doubting, without wavering. My protection knows no limits, and I cover you in such a way that evil will never be able to reach you. Comment on my journey with the Lord, and in the encounter, my eternal protection. The enemy wants you to feel small, to convince you that there is no way out, that pain and losses are your destiny. But I am the God who transforms stories, who changes destinies, and who, with a word, can make everything new. You were not created to live chained to fear or sadness. I made you to be free, to walk with hope, to know true peace. Do you remember when you thought you wouldn't make it? Remember that moment when everything seemed lost, but something happened, and suddenly you saw a way out. That was no coincidence. It was me. I am always moving you toward something bigger, even when it seems like everything is falling apart. You may not understand it now, but I am writing a story for your life that is much bigger than what your eyes can see. Trust me. I know the enemy whispers in your ear, trying to make you believe that you are not enough, that you don't deserve to be happy, that you will never get out of this situation. But he is a liar from the beginning. I am the truth, and the truth is that you are loved, you are chosen, and you have a purpose. No matter what has happened up to this point, no matter the mistakes, the failures, the falls, I am lifting you up now. I will never leave you, even when the road seems dark. I am the light that guides you. Even when the sea seems rough, I am the calm that calms the storms. Even when the pain is so great that you think you can't bear it, I am the one who heals. And it is not a temporary healing. It is something profound, something that transforms every part of your being. The world will try to shape you, to throw you in all directions, to confuse you with empty promises. It will tell you that you need to follow a certain path, that you need to be a certain way to be accepted. But I tell you, you are already accepted by me. You are already loved. You do not need to prove anything to the world. You just need to walk by my side. Trust me, and I will take you to places you never imagined. If you think I can change everything, I can. I am the God of possibilities, the God who opens doors where there are none, who makes paths in the middle of the desert, and I am doing that for you now. You may not see it, or you may not understand it, but I am preparing something great. Don't worry about the opinions of others or the criticism of the stones in the road. You are under my protection. Whoever touches you, touches my beloved. I am your refuge, your strength, and no weapon forged against you will prosper. Take a deep breath and let go. Leave the worries, the fears, the anxieties. I am in control. I know you have dreams, you have plans, and you want big things. I tell you to keep going because I am with you. But always remember one thing. My plans for you are even bigger than yours. You may have to wait a little longer. Things don't happen in your time, but they happen in my perfect time. I have already charted your path, every detail, every step. It is in the palm of my hands. So trust me. Do not look to the sides. Do not look at the storms. Look at me. I am your refuge in the midst of chaos. I am at peace in the midst of war, and I always walk by your side. What seems impossible to you is just the beginning of something great. Now I will reveal to you something that few understand. The greater the battle, the greater the victory that I am preparing. Every tear that you have shed is being saved as a seed of transformation, a seed of blessings that will sprout when you least expect it. But pay attention, because there is a secret in this. You need to keep walking even when you don't see the next step. Comment 0505. If you have ever gone through moments when everything seemed silent, when it felt like I was not listening to you, remember that this silence, my son, was not abandonment. It was preparation. There comes a time when I need to strengthen you within, to shape your spirit before granting you what you have asked for. There's more. You know what breaks the chains. Your faith. Every time you choose to believe in me, even when everything around you screams the opposite, you unleash the power of heaven. I am not a distant God watching from afar. I am with you in the middle of the fire, in the midst of the waters. Here comes the most surprising point. Even when you think you are not moving forward, that you are not walking, you are, because I am carrying you. Life will try to make you give up. It will push you into the darkest corners, where fear and doubt seem to grow. But I want to remind you of something. The light within you is stronger than any shadow. That light is my presence. It is the certainty that you were created to shine, to conquer, and to witness what I can do in the life of someone who fully trusts me. Now comes the most unique part. I want you to understand that your prayers are not just requests. They are like orders that move the spiritual world. When you talk to me, the whole sky moves. Angels are sent and doors begin to open. Sometimes what seems like a closed door is actually a redirection towards something much greater. I do not close doors for no reason. I do it because I want you to enter through the right ones. What you perceive as a loss is often protection. My vision goes beyond yours. I see what you do not see, and I am protecting you from places and people that can hurt you. So when something doesn't go as you expect, thank me. I am always in control, guiding you along the path that will lead you to fulfillment. I know that sometimes you wonder why God takes so long, why it seems your life is on pause. Here is the answer. I am not only preparing your destiny, I am preparing you for it. If I gave it all to you at once before the right time, you may not be ready to sustain the blessings. What I am building in you now is the foundation, and a solid foundation takes time. But when it is ready, you will see that nothing can tear down what I have established in your life. Now take a deep breath and listen to what I have to tell you. What is coming is bigger than you can imagine. I am not just talking about material blessings. I am speaking of something much deeper: peace, fullness, and genuine joy. This is the kind of joy that does not depend on circumstances, but springs from the depths of your being, because you know you are living the perfect plan. This is the type of victory for which I am preparing you. Comment 0909. If you trust that God is bringing something great for you, remember this. When that happens, don't forget one thing. You didn't get there alone. Each achievement, each victory will be the result of our walk together. I will exalt you, but I want you to know that all of this is because I love you in a way that you still cannot fully understand. What I am saying to you now is very important because it is a promise. I will not allow anything prepared to destroy you to succeed. The enemy may try, but I have already won for you. The traps will be undone, the broken ties mended, and you will come out of this even stronger. When you pass this test, you will look back and see how it shaped you. I was with you every second. What I ask of you now is not to give up, even when it seems difficult. Do not lower your head. Do not let yourself be carried away by doubt. Victory has already been decreed, but I need you to trust that the time that feels like waiting is, in fact, the time of my intervention. I will restore everything that was lost. I will transform the valleys of tears into rivers of joy. I will take you to places you never dreamed of, and your testimony will be like a flame that illuminates those around you. Comment 0707. If you are ready for this next chapter, know that it is closer than you imagine. I am writing an extraordinary story, and you are the one who has been chosen. I never make a mistake in my selections. I am the God who loves you, guides you, and will never abandon you. Isaiah 64. 4 says, "Since ancient times no one has heard, no ear has perceived, no eye has seen another God besides you who works on behalf of those who trust in him." This verse highlights the unique nature of God and how he acts on behalf of those who trust and wait on him. Many times, God is working silently behind the scenes, preparing something much greater for our lives, even when we cannot see or understand what is happening. The phrase, "God works for those who wait for him," is a clear promise. As long as you continue to trust, even in difficulties and uncertainties, God is orchestrating the best for you. This reinforces the idea that waiting and trusting in God are never in vain. When you feel that your life is on pause or that nothing is moving, it is precisely when God is preparing something great beyond your understanding. This verse also suggests that God acts in unexpected ways, in moments that seem impossible to us but are perfectly timed by him. This connects with the theme that the greater the battle, the greater the victory he is planning. Waiting and perseverance in the Lord bring rewards beyond anything we can imagine. My son, I know you have faced challenges, moments of doubt and anxiety. Today I want to share something important that you need to hear directly from me. No matter what the world tells you, I am the God who transforms impossible situations and guides you along paths you cannot even imagine. You may feel stuck, as if the doors are closed, but do not be fooled by appearances. What you perceive as a delay is actually the perfect time for preparation. What I am preparing for you is greater than you can imagine. You have prayed and expected, and at times you may have even wondered if I am truly acting. But the truth is that I am always working in your favor, even when you can't see it. I'm unlocking things that have been blocked for a long time, breaking chains you didn't even know were binding you. The freedom you are about to experience will feel like a gentle breeze, yet it will be full of power and renewal. Comment: I receive the freedom that comes from God. There are angels around you at this very moment, taking care of every detail, removing invisible barriers and opening paths that the enemy tried to block. Do not be frightened by the chaos that seems to approach, for I am your refuge in the midst of the storm. What the enemy planned to bring you down, I will use to lift you up. Where he thought your end would be, I am writing a new beginning. So keep your heart firm in me, for what I am bringing into your life is a time of victory, new beginnings, and fullness. You may have realized that life often feels like a battlefield. Sometimes you might feel like you are fighting alone, but I assure you, you have never been alone. The angels I sent are protecting every step you take. They are surrounding you now with a protection the world cannot understand. They are fighting by your side, even when you don't see them. Right, I am protected by the Lord. Do not let fear or anxiety control your decisions. The enemy tries to plant seeds of doubt, questioning your worth, your choices, and even my presence in your life. But today, I call you to a new level of trust in me. You were not created to carry the weight of uncertainty. I am the God who sustains you, cares for you, and is in control of all things. even those that seem to be out of order. Write 4040. If you fully trust in God, for He never fails. There are people around you who do not have good intentions. They may smile at you, but their hearts are full of envy and malice. Do not worry, for I am granting you discernment to see beyond the masks. Not everyone close to you deserves your trust. Stay close to those who share your faith, who lift you up in prayer, and who walk by your side with sincerity and love. I am teaching you to recognize danger before it can trap you, separating you from my purpose. Regarding your emotions, I see your struggles. I know that sometimes it seems impossible to control the feelings that arise like a storm within you. But I will give you the strength to overcome that. Remember, your emotions are real, but they are not who you are. Do not allow fear, anger, or despair to guide your decisions. I am your peace, and that peace is the key to breaking the emotional chains that imprison you. When internal storms arise, run to me, and I will give you rest. Right. I encounter peace in the Lord. You are being molded, my son. Every difficulty and struggle you face is part of a process that prepares you for something greater. I know that it can be difficult to understand this at the moment, but what I am building in your life is for your good, not only for you, but for everyone who crosses your path. You are a light, a special person I have chosen to fulfill a great purpose, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can prevent what I have already decreed for you. Comment. God has already decreed my victory. Get ready, for unexpected changes are coming. The answers you have been seeking are on the way, and the doors you have knocked on are about to open. Trust in my timing. Trust in my plan. I am the God who transforms the impossible into reality, and I will do it for you. Now, I conclude by telling you to stay firm in me, for what I am bringing is much greater than you can imagine. When the blessings begin to flow, you will understand that every moment of waiting, every prayer made through tears, was worth it, and your life will be a living testimony of my power and faithfulness. Now listen carefully, son. It is time for you to see what is to come with completely new eyes. Until now, you have walked in faith, but now I invite you to go beyond what you have already experienced. Do not think that your life is just a series of disconnected events. Every step, every decision, every tear, and every smile have been intricate parts of a plan I wrote before the world was formed. You need to understand that absolutely nothing happens by chance. Comment 0606 if you trust in God's plan. The world often pushes you to run, to speed up, and to think that you are falling behind. But the truth is that my timing is perfect, and the time I prepare does not obey the rhythm of the world. The world says you need to hurry, but I tell you to walk at my pace. I am the teacher of your life, and every note you play has the right moment to sound. When you understand this, anxiety begins to lose the power it tries to have over you. I want you to grasp something that few understand. Your life is not about what you can conquer or accumulate. What truly matters, what transforms your existence, is who you become throughout this journey with me. I've molded you in such a unique way that there is no one else in the world with the same mission that you carry. Something unique that only you can offer the world. Do not be fooled by comparisons or by what others do. Your calling is exclusive, and your impact will be unmatched. The secret within you. Many do not perceive this truth. When you accept it, you begin to live without the weight of competition or the need to justify yourself. There is no need to prove your worth to anyone, for your value has already been decreed by the Creator. From the moment you see yourself as I see you, the burdens you carry begin to disappear. The pressure to be perfect and to meet the expectations of others dissolves. Understand that you are not here to please the world, but to please the one who created you. Now prepare yourself, for I am going to reveal something that many have not yet perceived. Within you, I have placed a key that unlocks opportunities that no one else can access. This key is the combination of everything you have experienced up until now, the pains, the joys, the losses, and the gains. All of this has given you the wisdom necessary to open doors that have remained closed until now. These doors lead to new opportunities and people who will cross your path. They are solutions to problems that seem to have no answer. But here is the most surprising thing. Not only will your doors open by using the key I have given you, but you will also open doors for others. Do you remember when you prayed to be a blessing in the lives of others? That prayer was heard, and now it is about to be fulfilled in ways you did not expect. The purpose I have given you is not small. It is not limited. It has a much greater scope than you can imagine. You will be the one who inspires and lifts others, guiding them along the path of hope and faith. Here is the great revelation. You will be a bridge builder. While many build walls, isolating themselves and creating barriers, I call you to be someone who builds bridges. Bridges between what seems impossible, between dreams and reality, and between the wounded heart and the healing that only I can offer. You will be a connector of souls, someone who unites what has been separated. Remember, every bridge you build must be made with faith. Faith is the most resilient material that exists, and it will sustain each project, each step forward. Your faith will be the support, the structure that keeps everything firm, even when the headwinds come. And they will come. But don't worry, for I am the wind that blows. Now, my son, I give you a new challenge. Look around you and observe the people I have placed in your path. They're not there by chance. Some need the bridge you are about to build, while others have been placed to help you in that construction. Learn to go where I lead you, for I am the God who puts the right pieces in place at the right time. Finally, I want you to understand one last thing. The future I have for you is greater than anything you have ever dreamed of. Do not limit what I can do. Do not put barriers in front of me with your fears or doubts. Surrender completely to what I am doing, for the plan is much greater than you can currently see. Trust me, for the surprises to come will fill your heart with joy. The future that God has prepared for you is incredible. Live each day filled with wisdom and joy. Remember that every morning, God offers you a new opportunity to start again. Do not cling to the past or to mistakes made. Learn from them and move forward with confidence. Happiness lies in the little things, in moments we often let go unnoticed. Find peace within yourself and share it with others. By doing so, you will contribute to the harmony of the world. Do not forget, everything you do with love will return to you in the form of blessings. Today, I am calling you to see beyond what your eyes show you. There are many situations in your life that seem meaningless, confusing, or even terrifying. Understand that the enemy disguises himself in small details, subtle attitudes, and seemingly harmless thoughts. He works in silence, trying to divert you from the path I have planned for you. However, you must know this: I am the Lord who guards your steps and watches over you at every moment. No matter how many obstacles the enemy tries to place in your way, I have already prepared your victory. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Sometimes you may feel surrounded by difficulties and doubts, but remember, evil does not need to appear in large forms to cause chaos. It can come disguised as seemingly good situations or from people who appear to have good intentions. But I see what you do not see. I know the intentions of the heart, and I am guiding you so that you do not fall into traps. Always remain in prayer and vigilant, for the wisdom I give you helps you discern what is true and what is deception. No strategy of the enemy will succeed if you completely trust in me. I have given you authority to defeat every evil that tries to infiltrate your life, and with faith, you can identify any threat before it has the opportunity to act. Remember that I know sometimes the desire for revenge or the urge to react to the evil done to you may seem tempting. However, I want you to understand that revenge never brings healing. It only generates more pain and darkness. I have not created you to walk in this destructive cycle. When you react with evil, you open doors for the enemy to enter and cause more damage. True healing comes from me, the God who restores what has been broken and brings peace to the afflicted heart. Give your pain to God. I know how much you have suffered. I know every tear you have shed. But you must understand that in your weakness, my power is perfected. Let me heal your wounds. Do not allow the enemy to deceive you into thinking that evil can bring you peace. Only I can provide the relief you so desire. Evil is like a silent trap. When you allow bitterness and resentment to grow in your heart, you perpetuate destruction in your own life. Every action motivated by anger, pain, or the desire for revenge only increases suffering. I do not want that for you. I created you to live in the light, to be a bringer of peace and hope. Do not fall into that trap. The systems of this world try to make you believe that you do not have value, that you cannot rise above what has been imposed on you. But I made you in my image. You carry within you a power that comes from me, a spirit of courage and self-control. The world will try to silence you. It will place fears and worries upon your shoulders. But I am here to remind you of who you really are. You are my child, and in me, There are no limits. Be cautious of the shortcuts that the enemy often offers. Those paths may seem easier. They may appear to provide quick solutions to your problems, but they hide great losses. The enemy will always attempt to divert you from the purpose I have for your life. He knows that when you remain firm in me, nothing can bring you down. Therefore, do not deviate. Do not accept those shortcuts that ultimately lead you away from your destiny. The enemy seeks to create imitations of what is sacred. He wants you to believe that his ways can bring you life, but that is an illusion. True life is found in me, and everything that comes from evil is merely a shadow that leads to destruction. Do not be fooled by appearances. I am the author of life and truth, and only in me will you discover what truly matters. I see every thought and every attitude, and I know when the enemy tries to sow doubts in your heart. He is cunning and patient, setting traps that may seem harmless at first glance, but over time, those traps can prove fatal. That is why you need to be in constant prayer and vigilance. I am with you, providing strength to resist and wisdom to see beyond the lies of the enemy. Hasty judgment is also a trap. Many times what you judge as wrong may be part of a greater plan that I am building in your life. Be prudent and seek my guidance before drawing conclusions beyond what your eyes can see. Do not rush to judge what you have not yet fully understood. Trust in God's plans, my son. I created you for a greater purpose. Do not let the enemy's illusions convince you that you are less than what I made you to be. Do not make room for him in your life. Do not allow him to influence your decisions, your choices, or your relationships. I am calling you to live fully, to walk toward the glorious destiny I have planned for you. Sometimes you may feel lost in a labyrinth of difficulties and uncertainties, but know that even when the path seems murky and without a way out, I am your guide. My purpose for you is clear. Although the enemy tries to cloud your vision with confusion and discouragement, I am always near, ready to illuminate your path. Do not let yourself be diverted by appearances. I see the end of the journey, and what lies before you is greater than any challenge you may face. The enemy often tries to make you believe that you are alone, and that your struggles are more than you can bear. But that is a lie. I am with you every step of the way, carrying you when you feel weak and giving you strength when you lack hope. The storms may be intense, but they cannot extinguish the light I have placed in your heart. I promise you that no storm lasts forever. And after the rain, a time of renewal and peace will come. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow closer to me. The enemy tries to use your difficulties to push you away, but I use those same difficulties to shape and strengthen you. Every battle you fight is an opportunity to experience my grace and power. I am transforming every pain into a stone to build something greater. Trust that I am working on everything for your good, even when you cannot see immediate results. It's easy to feel discouraged when things don't go as expected, but remember that I am the God who makes all things new. What seems like an end is just a new beginning in my hands. The wounds may hurt now, but I am an expert in healing and restoration. There is nothing that I cannot transform for your good. Your story is not over, and I am writing a wonderful chapter for you. Wait and see how I make the impossible happen. Do not allow the fear of the unknown to paralyze you. The enemy uses fear to keep you trapped and prevent you from moving forward. But I tell you, I have already gone before you and prepared the way. You do not need to fear the future because I am the Lord of time and eternity. In every moment I am with you, guiding and protecting you. Trust in my plan and take a step of faith. I will not abandon you, and each step in trust will be a step toward my purpose for your life. Sometimes, the voices around you can be confusing and deceitful. People may try to divert you from the path I have laid out for you, but remember, my voice is the only one that brings true peace and safe direction. Listen carefully to my spirit that speaks in your heart, and seek my word. I will give you clarity and understanding so that you can make decisions that bring you closer to what I have for you. Do not let yourself be guided by the whispers of the enemy. Life may seem full of surprises and challenges, but each one presents an opportunity for you to draw closer to me and witness my power in action. I am an expert at transforming difficult situations into testimonies of victory. What the enemy tried to use to destroy you, I will use to showcase my greatness. Your life is a story of faith and overcoming, and I am writing each chapter with love and purpose. Trust me to transform each difficulty into a testimony of my faithfulness. I trust God to transform my struggles into testimonies of victory. I understand your heart's desire for peace and answers. Do not despair if things do not happen within the time you expect. My timing is perfect. I am working on everything to bring you what is better. Waiting can be difficult, but it is during this period that you learn to trust me more deeply and grow in faith. I am not distant but present, and I am preparing something wonderful for you. Wait with hope and patience, and you will see my hand at work in your life. Always remember that you are loved and valued by me. The enemy may try to convince you otherwise, but the truth is that you are precious in my eyes. Do not let difficulties or lies make you doubt my love. I created you for a full and abundant life, and nothing can change that. You are a masterpiece of my creation, and I am working to lead you to the place of joy and fulfillment that I have planned for you. Son, I am always by your side, guiding you, protecting you, and loving you no matter what you are facing. Trust me, and you will see how I work. May all things work together for your good. Your life is a journey of faith, and I am with you every step of the way. Do not be discouraged, for victory is certain for those who trust in me. I am your God, and my love for you is infinite. Isaiah 41:10. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. Do not be distressed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, and I will uphold you with my right hand of righteousness. This verse is a powerful reminder that God is always by your side, offering strength, help, and support in any situation.